On this episode, we talk about our personal heaven and hell. We talk about the best movie scene ever. And look what we found. Stay tuned. It's the Ill Advised Podcast. Welcome back to the Ill Advised Podcast, a podcast that's bold enough to say all the things you're thinking. Today, guys, we want you to go scroll over to all of our social media pages. Go like, thumbs up, subscribe, hit us all up, guys. We really appreciate the love. Also, too, go check out our Patreon page for as little as $2 a month. You can become a patron of our Patreon page, see all kinds of cool stuff, some behind the scenes, and some amazing, amazing things that nobody else can see. As always, I am accompanied here by my fellow co-hosts, The Gabe, our other partner in crime, Jared, and as you can tell from our intro, we got producer Anthony back in the saddle. Anthony, what's up, bud?
I'm doing good. Thank you. It's been a crazy, I want to say 8 months now?
Feels like whole season 2.
Pretty much, yeah.
All of season 2, almost.
Almost. Well, you know what? This whole Rona situation didn't make it very helpful. I had to, I was in Fort Worth for a little bit there, and things got pretty bad during the whole Rona situation, so it forced me out of that city. I almost said state, but yeah, forced me out of that city. I ended up going back to Colorado.
Yeah. So it did force you back to another state.
It did. It made me go play around up there for a little bit in the land.
What part of Colorado?
I'm in Boulder.
Hell yeah.
Right now, so it's a little between Denver and I don't know. I'm drawing a blank on it, but
I don't know. I don't live there.
No, what you were shoving your beer.
Boulder.
Boulder, yeah.
Boulder, Colorado. Yes.
I'm glad you're from there, so you know.
No, I'm not from there. Nope, they don't. Couldn't do well there. But it's nice having you back, man.
Oh, well, thank you. It was pretty interesting trying to transition from here back to there. Being so quick about it. But $4,000 later, tons of me being completely broke and not being able to sustain myself anymore. It's great.
Hey, welcome to the American dream.
Yeah.
Gabe told me that he didn't mind if you grabbed a cot and a pillow and you could have slept in here in the studio. Could have put you to work in here, sweeping and cleaning and manning the operation. You didn't have to go to Boulder.
Well, my job.
What he's doing now.
Well, it's good to have you back, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you. It's. I gotta say, I'm happy to be back. I really am happy to be back. It's fun being there in Colorado again. I've been doing a little biking, a little exercising, do a little hiking.
Biking and hiking.
They got good hiking up there in Boulder.
Yeah. Oh, they got tons of trails for sure up in the foothills. Oh, it's gorgeous. Just stay away from the mountain lions.
So no good hiking in Fort Worth, huh?
Not that I can remember. No, I think there was
a lot of urban hiking.
Yeah.
Mostly stairs.
There's maybe a cow or two. You could, it's lots of sights. Maybe a lake.
Nice. It's good to have you back.
Speaking of mountain lions, have you seen that? It's a viral video of that guy that's getting chased down that trail by that mountain lion. Holy shit!
He was assertive though. All right, he was "Don't stop" or something like that. I think that's actually what saved his life.
Yeah. Well, no, I think he threw a rock at it.
I would have curled up into the fetal position and just started crying until it ate me.
Well, yeah, is that your method?
That thing, that is nature's most perfect predator. That thing was designed to kill you and try to be on top of the food chain.
No, apparently didn't do very good to get him.
Again, he was assertive. The power of assertiveness.
What scared the shit out of me about that video was I've never seen a cougar, right?
No, that was a mountain
lion.
Yeah,
not even Texas.
I've never seen them like just sitting there praying, coming up there, and how they move so swiftly and just And how
that's right. It did do that.
How they just like they're on their back feet, and it's like their hands come up, and they're just like they're like moving forward, and it's like so scary. That shit's creepy.
It was almost like you stuck a pencil up its ass or something.
That story will never be told.
So, not to segue off that, but there was a old man that ran into the pond.
I just saw that today.
Yeah, like his little terrier, right?
And he's got a cigar in his mouth.
Yeah, a little terrier. Like I didn't see leading up to it, but like just got chomped on, and apparently that little alligator went up into the pond, and that old man went and said, "That's my dog."
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like that whole thing was a huge letdown for me. Like I read the article, it was like man jumps in river to save dog from alligator. Like
it was also
I was imagining some big like 9-foot croc like this mofo was like pulling it out of the water like fucking Bear Grylls, like grabbing its jaw, like the jaws of life, opening it up, get the dog. Like no, it was this little like
it was small, but at the same time, it's a dinosaur. He wrestled a dinosaur.
He did, dude.
To get his dog back. That's some John Wick stuff.
You know how many
right
pounds
there.
per square inch like those alligators, even a baby alligator, like they can chomp. Like they've got once they lock.
They're done. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah,
and that poor dog. Like I don't even know how many seconds it was in the water, but can you imagine that dog? Shit! I had to take a piss here. Like, all the places I had to pee, it was right here. The alligator said,
as soon
nope.
as he got loose, I'm sure that dog was running up and down the bank, like calling an alligator a pussy.
They said he had a puncture wound in his stomach. Aside from that, it was actually relatively okay. But somebody on Twitter said, "Man, somebody needs to get that man like a box of like really good cigars and sponsor his ass because that was like man,
that's manly stuff.
That's a manly shit.
Yeah.
Man, he's a man.
That's a man. That cigar didn't go nowhere because he's a man.
Just chomping on that stove."
Not to segue there, but one could say that maybe that situation was that dog's personal hell. Huh?
Dude, that dog was in hell.
Yeah.
For a split second. It was wet.
In the jaws of hell.
Well, that makes me think, though, for a question for you guys. What would your own personal hell or maybe heaven look like to you?
I'll go first if you always do.
Go for it.
Okay.
If you got one locked and loaded.
Yeah. My own personal hell would be 5:30 in the afternoon after the daytime manager just leaves my retail establishment store that I'm being a manager at, and I realize that I have the entire evening solo as a retail store manager. And assuming you can't get out of it, you're living it right forever, right? So it's always 5:30 in the afternoon. You just watched the daytime manager just leave to go home, and you're realizing that you can't.
Can I add into it like a line of Karens
Not done yet.
start to work,
Not
start
done
to
yet.
walk in?
Not-
Like
oh,
a line of Karens walk in with like an item they need to return or
But
something?
my hell is not just being at work. My hell is never getting out of 5:30. It's constantly seeing him leave and knowing I'm still there. Like the tills are almost out of cash. There's no receipt paper, and it's like a Friday afternoon. That would be hell. And assuming you can't ever get out of that and you're living that constantly, yeah, I'm getting anxiety thinking about it right now.
I would assume there's a group of people out there that understand what you're talking about.
My heart's racing thinking about that right now.
Jeez, you have like a whole emotional connection to this.
Yeah.
Like you're behind on your work and like
sounds like you should probably go to some therapy.
Getting somebody. That's what I was doing earlier today, and no. That would be my hell. Should I do my heaven now, or let's circle back? Let's go to something else.
Yeah, you can
circle
do your
back.
hell. Yeah,
let's go to jail.
I'll tell you what. My personal hell. Imagine this. You go spelunking in a cave.
Say that again.
And you find spelunking.
Look at Gabe. Made his pants tight.
I didn't go spelunking, but I picked these motherfuckers up open mirrors.
Okay. So anyway, let's say you go spelunking in a cave. And you're with your group, and all of a sudden, y'all find a narrow passage that y'all have to go through, and you get stuck, and you cannot move forward, backward, and your arms are pinned to your side. Exactly.
No, have you heard that story, like, of the Nutty Putty Cave?
He's done listening, so he's
Nutty Putty Cave.
Yeah.
It sounds like a porn you watch.
No, it's like this dude who went caving with another buddy or a group of buddies and he was in the cave, and he had like one arm was up here, and he was going so in there so deep and so tight, and like when he like breathed, like he got like wedged in the rocks, and he got stuck. I watched this documentary on it. I don't remember his name. It was like something, but it was like J.J. Johnson or something Johnson or something. But they closed that cave off, and his body is still there. Just because they couldn't get him out. They can't get him out.
Like, does somebody come and feed him?
No, they were so deep in the cave.
He's done.
Yeah, he was stuck.
He's decomposing as we speak.
So can they give him some water?
No, I don't think that's gonna help.
Like, here, Bones.
Yeah, like,
here's some water.
But he was
got a spray bottle.
But like the way he was like stuck in the cave, it was like his body was at a downward angle. So like all the blood was like rushing to his head.
Holy shit!
Like that
it was
just
he was probably starting to swell even as he.
It was really bad.
Imagining that just like made my stomach drop. Like that just
That's personal. Hell yeah.
That is most definitely, and just like you said, it's like eternal. So just being stuck, like not even being able to fully exhale,
or worse yet, not even being able to fully escape it, leave through death. I'm talking like you're constantly living that.
Just in a state of panic.
I would almost say like that. I get the same feeling like when you hear stories of people getting trampled and like, you know, through like crowds, you know, like stampedes of people. Can you imagine like finding your way down to the bottom of that, and not being able to get back up? That's still just that's crazy.
Gabe, what about you?
You know how like you see like the homeless people and like the crackheads at the gas stations and stuff, like pushing baskets and have like dogs and stuff with them. Mm-hmm. Like not having a place to go, like broke, just living that kind of life. Man, that's I don't ever want to do that.
That would suck.
I see it like every day, like in the neighborhood that I live in, and I don't like seeing that type of shit. Like I don't ever want to be like that, man. That would be my personal hell right there.
So just to recap our personal hells, Chris's is pretty fucking superficial. As usual. I think we all agree mine's the scariest.
What about mine?
Anthony's here, guys. Holy moly, where'd you come from, bud?
But hold on. But like to Gabe's point, and that's pretty bad. Like when we went to go visit some family, and Anthony was here with us, and we were talking about like, and I didn't know this, like not to make a segue on homelessness, but like the homeless community, it's got like a whole.
It's bad.
It's bad. Well, not only is it like bad in general, but like it's a whole subculture of like of you know, a hierarchy of people who are, you know, there's the victims, there's people who, you know, who are victimizing people. Mm-hmm. You know, there's like a whole social construct of in the homeless world.
Yeah, I've
where
been watching documentaries and stuff. Sorry, I had to throw that in there.
It's good. But anyways, yeah, man, that's horrible. I still think mine was pretty bad, don't y'all?
I mean, I still.
Yeah, I hate being alone at 7:30 when my salad help leaves, and I'm alone from at Subway from 7:30 to 9 all by myself, and it gets busy. I hate that shit. So I feel you.
He ground.
I think I want to say like I feel like my hell would be like in a situation due to my job because I travel so much. So I think my hell would be like a situation where like I'm gonna hit something. Like I'm going to hit another vehicle or I'm going to hit something like opposing to me and I know it's happening. I know it's going to happen and there's nothing I can do about it. And like you're waiting for it to happen and it just never happens, but you're in that constant state of like suspense. Like what can I do? But there's really nothing you can do. And it's always in front of you. Like it's just coming at you. So there's nothing you can do different. So you're just like,
you know,
I couldn't imagine like another person being on the tracks or something.
Yeah.
And like somehow another catching a glimpse of their face.
Yeah,
I saw this nasty.
Because there's been situations like that where
Anthony's talking right now.
My bad.
Where we've almost like hit people and stuff like that, where you can see like their face, like we get that close, you can see their face and stuff. So it gets it can get pretty crazy. So like imagine having that, like seeing the terror in their eyes, and then them seeing the terror in your eyes, and then it never actually like happens, but it's always like in a state of happening.
That's.
Yeah, I saw this one video on YouTube recently. Like it was this lady and a lawyer. Like crossing the railroad track, and it was like a really good still angle, and the train was stopped, and then another train came out from behind it, and the lawyer stopped, but then the lady like kept going, just like, and this lady fucking got hit like at the corner, and you could see like the body liquid like flying like off her body, and she just, dude, it doesn't look like those trains are going fast, but when they hit you, holy fuck, you fly.
Or spray.
Yeah.
They go.
No, I'm serious. You can see you can see the liquid.
Did you just say body liquid?
Yeah. It was awful. Like I watched that video so many times.
Body liquid.
So, Gabe, is this what you do at night? You stay up and look up these?
Yeah, I stay up watching like weird videos.
I can't do that. I don't like watching stuff like that. It gets stuck in my head, and I have a hard time getting that.
Death?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not into that stuff.
Like smash the monkeys.
Some people's peepees get hard when they watch stuff like that, and I get worried about people sometimes, man.
Speaking of,
should we switch to heavens?
Yeah.
So I don't have to go to
Let's
bed
get
scared.
off that shit.
Yeah. We can go to a quick heaven.
We got deep.
That was awful.
Yeah,
Who wants to go on? Who wants to do their heaven first? You want to do your heaven?
I'll do my heaven. Like my personal heaven would feel like I'm kind of like working on it. I've been trying to I finally found like in life like what makes me happy.
Yeah.
And it's like the rocks and shit. And like I've been having a whole lot of fun, like and
Well, doing what?
Huh?
You kind of tapered off on there. You had a whole lot of fun doing.
Oh yeah, but no, I mean like just like continuing to like build like in my apartment, like just continuing to build my zen, my space, my happy place.
And we've got to do a tour of your his apartment. Really is
It's
100% filled with rocks. Probably more than an apartment should be.
Does your zen have a limit?
No, not yet.
Not even by space?
No.
Or weight.
Yeah, or weight. Weight is the.
Good luck. I mean, good Lord, if you had a upstairs.
Oh yeah, there's no way.
Because I'd be so afraid, like your whole fucking.
Yeah, because in one spot, dude, right there by my entertainment center, dude, those boulders are like 50, 60, 70 pounds. The one in my kitchen's 140.
What does the landlord say? Do they even know?
Well, they've been in there.
Oh, they do. Oh, they do inspections and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Yeah, they go in there and they roach spray and stuff like that. But no, like
I can imagine what's going through their mind.
But no,
like,
in each spot, like right there by my entertainment center, I probably have maybe like 7 or 8, 9 boulders, like right there. So that's got to be a good couple, 400 or 500 pounds.
I'm lost. What part of this is your heaven?
Well, no, I'm trying to create my happy place in my apartment.
I got you. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Like with the rocks and.
So instead of the clouds and angels, it's rocks and Gabe.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that whole like homeless thing. Like I feel like you're trying to perpetuate that shit indoors. Like you're trying to
like a subconscious reversal.
You're trying to be homeless but not homeless. Like homeless on your terms.
I want to thank everyone to the ill-advised therapy special.
But now I've been like looking into like to the crystals and shit because like the rocks has like got me interested in like the crystals, and the crystals got me, and I'm starting to like wanting to learn like how about like the crystalline healing works.
Like it's like gateway interests.
Yeah, and it's gotten me into it, and I've been looking into it, like watching videos and like on crystal healing. And I've actually found some pretty deep shit that I could work on to help balance myself.
That stuff does get deep.
Hell yeah.
It does get
And that's
deep.
why I'm trying to create my personal space and my zen.
So you can say it's even kind of brought up to some degree some spirituality.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Would you say you've hit rock bottom?
I feel like to fulfill your dream, you go to the nearest like rock quarry, and he's good.
Shit. Yeah.
So are you gonna get like a giant wall scroll of like the Rock Eater from like Neverending Story?
I don't remember that one.
How do you not? That needs to be like your.
I never
like
saw the movie. I just
if,
remember the cover of this big giant fluffy thing flying.
If
the crystal
Big,
thing,
giant fluffy thing.
if the
flying.
crystal thing was like Catholicism,
You just described a cloud.
yeah. So if the rock thing was kind of like, or if the whole rock and crystal thing was in any way like Catholicism, you would have a candle of this Rock Eater. Like that would be one of your saint candles.
Hell yeah.
That's probably your patron saint. Don't even realize it.
Saint Rock Eater.
Saint Rock Eater. You know, I'm honestly curious, Gabe, that if you worked my job and you got called for a rock train, what would you...
For a rock train?
Yeah, we literally have an entire train that we just haul rocks.
Dude, that'd be badass. I would be looking through that shit all day long.
You're like, where's Godino? I'm spelunking from freaking up on the train, like ducking the tunnels.
You fucking think I wouldn't?
No, I know you would. No, I know you would.
I pull over on the sides of roads I pulled over on the side and got all these. I don't know.
Oh, I pulled over and
And I picked those up.
Gabe's like you're winding yourself for another like segment there.
Yeah.
Jerry, what about you, buddy?
I forgot what we were talking about.
It's your own personal heaven.
Your own personal heaven.
Here's my own personal heaven.
Let me hear it. After we hear him chug into water.
Every 2 hours, other than at night, when I'm sleeping,
You masturbate.
a stuffed crust pepperoni pizza
Ooh.
with very little sauce is delivered to my door.
Sauce.
I never gain weight. I never get heartburn. I never get full.
You never have to stop and take a shit.
Never have to stop and take a shit.
That would be amazing.
I had a pizza in here today.
What?
It's not about your topic anymore. He's talking about his pizza now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's awesome. It's his own personal heaven now.
Okay, good.
That's basically it. I just I
That'd be
enjoy
awesome.
pepperoni pizzas that much.
Endless
So, like, deep dish or
And
just stuffed crust?
Cheez-Its. I want a trash can that I can just open up that's full of Cheez-Its.
That would never run out.
Bottomless.
Hell yeah.
Like the extra cheddar blaster one. Like that's like the ×3.
The extra toasty. Yeah.
Not to segue again,
Yeah.
but
Oh, here
do
we
you
go.
do you think that
Everybody's
maybe they
mouth's
just
watering.
accidentally burnt some and they're like, look, it's kind of like they're selling the Krispies at Long John Silver. You know how people just ask for Krispies?
Yeah, I'm sure it's just a quality control thing. Like, this batch is too burnt.
But we could.
Screw it, we'll sell it anyway.
I mean,
We'll just market it as a new product.
kind of how it is.
I'm almost positive that's how
Yeah.
it is.
Dude, your heaven's pretty up there, man.
Yeah,
It makes
of course it is.
I would have to say my own personal heaven would be kind of like up there, like in the mountains of... There's this couple that my wife and I follow on YouTube, Rob and Dana Bailey, and they live quite an amazing lifestyle. But my personal heaven would be having a slice from their pie, a lifestyle pie. Like, their home, their cabin has this huge, like their wall is just a window on one part of their home. It's just like an open window. And they've got couches, sofa cushions, and bean bags, and a fireplace. And it just, they sit there and look at their wall, and it's like they're floating out in the middle of the mountain. And my heaven would be walking out of my bedroom, sitting down, and it always feel like 11 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday afternoon.
What is you with
Shut up!
time?
Shut up! 11 o'clock in the morning. 11 o'clock in the morning is a perfect time of where you're just starting the day is just starting but not yet over on the best day of the week, looking at the best place in the world. We're talking mountains and pine trees for days, cloudy and a little bit of snow, and not a fucking care in the world. I'm talking, nope, bills are not on your mind. That right there, that moment, and just chillaxing. That's my personal heaven, right
11
there.
o'clock on a Saturday.
11 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, right then and there. That's my.
This
is that my
vacation in the mountains has been brought to you by Christopher Garza.
Montana Airlines.
What about you, Antonio?
Well, honestly, like my
I
personal
wasn't
heaven,
done yet, so
No, you were done. No, you were definitely done.
Go for it.
honestly, mine's not as descriptive as Chris's. Mine's actually pretty simple. I mean, my own personal heaven would just, honestly, like, it sounds like more like an ability, but I would love to just be able to fly anywhere I want, like, or go anywhere where I want at that very moment. So, like, I would love to still, like, be on Earth, but I'd love to be able to, like, have the ability to go wherever I want instantly without any repercussions, without any worry, to be able to see whatever I want, whenever I want. And of course, it'd be nice to, like, have that time of the day where the sun's just coming up, and
Yeah.
nice to, just see the view or, check out.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're going to need a time frame.
No, it's going to be somewhere around 11:30. No, just,
You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't.
So you just want to be able to teleport. is what you're saying.
In a sense, yeah, mine's more like an ability than a heaven. I mean, I guess, but I just like the fact that I don't have to worry about bills. I don't have to worry about anything like that. No issues as far as like.
It's like Jumper, or is that movie Jumper? Is it? I think it's Jumper, where he just like.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
teleport into a bank vault.
You have to have seen the inside of it, or you have to have seen it to be able to get there.
So
that would be awesome.
That'd be kind of like mine, but like you said, you brought up a good point, like with movies and stuff. Like,
I know I did.
Is that what you're trying to do, huh? To the sponsor is our next segue. No, so yeah, you brought it up, and I mean, I would say, Chris, since you talked about it, like, what would be the best movie scene you could think of?
I don't know,
like,
Jared. What do you think?
Best movie scene?
Yeah,
that's a tough one, man. Like I don't know what you guys are thinking.
There's a lot of movie scenes, but there is one movie scene.
I'll bet Chris's is from Conan.
That was my second. It was almost that scene. I literally thought about saying the scene where they come in all like painted in black and white.
Oh my god!
Was gonna do that. I was
it not Sopranos or maybe something from like Godfather?
Godfather would have been up there too, but it's not that scene, which is an iconic scene when he shoots the guy in the face at the Italian restaurant. But my favorite scene by far, one of my favorite scenes, is the scene in the courtroom on Boondock Saints when they come in and the father and the sons, they come in and they do their classic, and thee, my Lord, for thee, power I descended forth thy hand, and they have like that whole badass moment where everyone's like just witnessing this act of vigilantism, but like you spent this whole movie like rooting for these guys, and to see like Pops and the kids come together and like taking down the mob, and you got the whole music in the background, the whole like rosary prayer religious vigilantism thing going on at the same time.
It has an energy.
And then that's exactly, it has energy. I literally, when I first saw that movie, I remember like replaying that scene like 20 times.
It also has a particularly terrible
Irish
accent done by Norman Reedus.
Yeah, it does.
Do not rap.
Yeah,
that's a pretty iconic scene, though.
It is very badass.
And his accent does stick out because it's a contrast. It's a compare and contrast the whole way through that prayer or that intro monologue where they're just doing their little thing. So it's like good, bad, good, bad. It really does, but it's still a lot of energy. Iconic scene.
Oh yeah,
favorite. That's mine.
Okay, Gabe, you got one?
Yeah, it has a lot of, like we were talking about, like a lot of energy in it. There's like with the music.
Oh God.
The like what he's doing and shit like that. Okay, anyways, but there at the end, have you seen the Hills Have Eyes? Where the family's like in the desert, they're stuck and they're getting like stalked by like these creatures like out.
So.
Is that the movie where they burn somebody from a distance and they can't get to him in time?
Yes.
I hate that scene.
Yes, no, but that's not the scene I was talking about. The scene that I'm talking about is at the end of that movie, whenever the dad finally like gets to his daughter, like because like his daughter was like kidnapped, but like this dude, like he's like, how do you explain it?
I don't know.
But
that's your job.
Yeah, like this pussy ass dude, like dad. He's like a really weakling, but he comes back and he's trying to save his kid that got kidnapped by the monstrous little cannibal family, whatever.
Yeah.
And at the end, like they're like, he looks like he's like I think he's on like a hill, or it looks like kind of like mountainous, like kind of like rocky area. But he's like looking down and he's like fucking shooting this fucking shotgun, like killing the last bad guy, and it's like, pow! There's like blood spraying. Everyone is like. With the music, he's just like pow, and all the music, and it's like pow, and like and then like finally he like dies, and the guys are like, it's just like when he was like,
overtaken by emotion.
Yeah, he was shooting him. He was getting his kid back, and he was getting redemption. And with the music,
payback.
It's like you did. You watched it over and over. I did too.
Yeah,
it's badass.
Hell yeah.
I want to watch it when I get home.
They got me chills, man. I still ain't watching that movie. Messed me up, man.
Oh,
that's
awesome.
Disturbing movie.
I love it.
Maybe that's the reason why
that is your best movie scene.
I mean, no, but there's a lot.
A little insight into Gabe's
It's like
mind.
the most like powerful and energetic.
Yeah.
I feel you. I would have to. Mine is actually an action sequence out of. It's a movie called The Kingsman. It's about like a
Never seen
British Secret Service kind of thing.
Good movie.
Is it good?
And
Very good.
it's I don't know. It's like an action sequence that stuck out to me. It's just like after it was over, I was just like had to like take a breath. I was like, holy shit. But it was so the premise of the movie is there's a terrorist played by Samuel L. Jackson, and he's it's like an audio frequency or something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but he turns something on and it makes general population, certain group just go absolutely.
It's something in the
bonkers.
It's something in the cell phones that he had programmed.
Yes.
Yeah, the chip.
When you
the
say go
chip makes them
bonkers,
all
like
crazy.
they like lose their minds,
Makes
like
them get
yeah.
just super violent,
Well, yeah.
super aggressive.
Angry.
rage.
Rage, yeah.
So
Rage, for it.
one of the Secret Service guys, for some reason, is trying to track him down. Ends up at like a church service in the deep South. I want to say Texas, Louisiana, something like that, and just packed church house. And Sam Jackson turns this thing in that church to try and kill this Secret Service dude.
Brutal
and
scene.
This guy, I mean, to put into context, he's very buttoned up, very well dressed, like James Bond type.
Mm-hmm.
Secret Service, very gentlemanly,
Very proper, has
very
an accent.
proper, and
Sounds like a pretty cool guy.
and
it's a great
he
movie.
just like I think it makes him go crazy too, if I remember correctly. And of course, he's like trained to the hilt, and he just slaughters these people. And I mean, it's very, I don't know. It was an action sequence that just like left me, like my jaw had dropped, literally dropped.
Almost up there with like Kill Bill when she comes in and has like the black and white thing.
Yes, it's very
black and white scene.
Yes, but it just seemed more put together, more.
I see. Not as scattered.
Choreography, is that what it is? I guess it's
Choreographed?
It seemed like it was like one big, like camera.
Yeah, just like one
Long shot.
one
I see.
long shot, and it was just
It was nonstop.
straight
Kingsman?
ass kicking. The Kingsman.
It was wild.
Yeah, it was great. I know
Is it
what
a
you're
new
talking
movie?
about.
Like recently, like within the last 3
past
years?
like 4
or so?
years.
Yeah,
four
that's
years.
4 or 5 years.
That movie
something
threw
like
me
that.
off. Like I thought it was going to be more serious. I didn't think it was going to be had like that little
Comic relief?
scientific twist to, or that
Yeah.
that science fiction.
I was
twist to it.
impressed with it.
I was too. I was very impressed.
I mean,
with it.
for an action flick, cool movie.
Yeah, it was a really good movie.
I love it.
That's a great
The
time.
only other thing I know of another scene, and it's at the end of Saw, like whenever the original Saw, the only Saw that was actually
yeah.
in the
decent.
bathroom.
Yeah, after he gets up and
Duh.
reveals that he's Jigsaw, and then he just like shuts that sliding door, and it just goes to complete black. It's like, oh, I'm trapped.
As that girl's screaming.
Yeah, that's another
Okay.
another scene that stood out to
So
me.
you get 2, so does everyone else get?
No,
And we just ran out of time, so
Yeah.
guys, we really appreciate y'all.
that's about me. Anthony, you can save yours.
Okay, that's cool. I won't. No, I'm more of a like I don't know what it is. Like I really love the Marvel movies, so they kind of like I don't know. I'm a big Marvel fan. I thought they were done great.
I've seen like
you know,
a handful of them.
So like in the final one, it's called or the final Avengers movie, it's called Endgame, and there's a scene where they're actually fighting the guy named Thanos, all the Avengers, and you think that it's kind of they're in this like destroyed area, everything looks like it's like gloomy and doom, and they're not doing so great, and he's a little bit more powerful than the rest of them, and then like at the last minute you hear someone like break over the radio like come in Captain, and then, they're looking around like who is that, and then you see like all these like I guess it would be portals. Like portals open up, and like the other Avengers come through the portals, and they just like help, and they do this big, massive war. And it's
Oh,
just,
is it one of they come in at the last minute to kind of help out?
yeah, I feel like I don't want to talk to you anymore, so you haven't seen it.
Let me help out. It's like when Goku showed up on Namek to fight Frieza to save the day.
Nice. Okay.
This guy watched DBZ, but doesn't watch Avengers.
I don't watch any Marvel movies.
But I just thought it was cool. I mean, just the whole like heroes,
Oh,
and
yeah.
just the whole like meaning of like they were on the last little bit. It looked unbeatable. They were gonna be killed.
There's always
taken out.
something. There's always something emotional about like, I guess that underdog story.
Yeah,
where,
yeah, the
Like
underdog comes
everybody like gets together to help. and-
Rallies behind him.
Yeah, let's go kick his ass.
There was one I wanted to really battle with, and it was the Rudy scene at the very end where they go Rudy. I almost said that too,
Very
but
feel
like,
good.
yeah, that one kind of makes me want to cry. Get the feelers going.
Get the feelers. Get them out there.
Is there? Man, this was good having you back, man.
Oh yes, it was great.
Gosh,
Felt
man,
good.
This is good. It's good.
Felt good not having to do the sound check.
He's like one less thing off my list.
And
He's like, oh,
you gonna be around for a few more, maybe?
I think so. Maybe
Maybe?
a couple more.
Why don't you come on back and see us?
Why don't you come back?
All right.
Let me check my schedule.
Yeah. Let me look.
All right, who wants to close us out, man?
Gabe's like, huh?
Gabe, you want to close us out?
Yeah.
Why don't you close us out, Gabe? Just a little closing.
With your weird beard.
All right.
Look like a Triceratops coming out of your chin.
Just in case you need to know, they're the same sheets.
And you haven't written a goddamn thing down.
Every one of these sheets,
You're just shuffling paper.
every one of these motherfuckers these are all the same. I mean, let me double check.
Let's see where we're
Yeah,
at.
so Jared and I have got stuff written on.
Oh, another blank page. Okay. Oh, blank page number 3. Okay.
Maybe Chris will know this is a hint for me. Hopefully Chris will do the closing on this one.
Guys, thanks for joining us on this crazy episode. Anthony, thanks for coming back.
Thanks for coming back, Anthony, man. It's
I'm
good having you.
Thanks
Good
for
to be
coming back.
You bring
and
out the
joining
tickles
us.
in us.
Oh my goodness.
You know, I
that
tried.
sounded weird as fuck. Anyway, once again, we thank you. Go ahead and head on over to our social media pages, like, follow, share, tweet, pin it, whatever.
All of it.
And if you feel so inclined, head on over to our Patreon page.
$2.
Drop us $2,
Deuces.
and we'll show you some weird stuff. Anyway, I think that's it for us.
That's it.
Bye.
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 Later,
See ya.
guys.
Bye.